Okay, Saturday morning in the kingdom, and I'm outside with the regular stick. Yes, the iPod stick. It's nice and long. I didn't like the Me phone stick because it was too close. I don't want everybody to see my face. I want everybody to see what's around me because this is wilderness Alaska. Things are different up here. Yes, very different. Okay, it's warm out here today. Yes, and the Me phone will censor me. I've given up on this. Until Santa Claus gifts me a Me phone, I'll have to live like this, okay? All right, and also the adapter thingies that we bought on Amazon in the package of two. They were junk right from the start, and they were half the problems, thinking they were new and better improved, but they were junk. All right, so this morning we woke up to minus 12 Celsius, but feels like minus 16. But it's warm out here because there's no wind. Not like Saskatchewan or Wyoming. Okay, on the yo-yo scale, plus 10 Fahrenheit. Ooh, is that warm? But feels like plus 3 Fahrenheit. Ooh, that's warm. I'll never figure that out. Okay, Amazon has my 7th book of my writing career. Never give up. Okay, it's the 7th book. No, it's the 7th book of the Winter Road series, 17th book of my writing career. Okay, so it's Never Give Up, and it's free as an ebook from December 2nd to the 6th, okay? That's 5 days on Amazon, 4 days on Sesame Street. Yes, so that tells all about the winter roads, the ice roads and stuff like that. Unreal. Okay, let's see if we have enough talent. These Grinch gloves are slippery. Look at this, another calendar from Westrans. Res, home of Sir Rodney. Can we all say that? Westrans, home of Sir Rodney. Yes. All right, look at these truck kings. You know, for some reason, I don't think the Screaming Ford over there will be featured in a calendar. That's kind of funny. Nobody's done stories on me or the trucks or the airplane or anything like that. That's because I've been denied fame. Yes. Oh, well, what do? You live at the end of the world. Yes. And they'll supermarket people and, you know, and stuff like that, but they'll never market us. All right, look at the flags. They're in good shape. I untangled them, so they'll be tangled back up quickly. Today, the staff is supposed to be working, but I'll believe that when I see it. All right. Okay, so today we're going to trim up the doors on the outside because it's warm. That way I can hold the little nail with my fingers and then hit it with the hammer. That way my fingers are cold and I don't feel the hammer smack. Yes, that's the joys of living at the end of the world. You pick these things to do when it's cold. So we'll get these doors trimmed up, and hopefully tomorrow's Sunday, a day off for us to relax and have fun inside the shop working on the classic trucks. Yes, the Black Fleet. I've been working with wood for so long I forget what it's like to have greasy fingers. Yes, I haven't eaten KFC in a while. Yes, that's that Kentucky Fried Buzzard. It's so greasy now. Oh, it's unreal. Ooh, I went too fast there. Even I got dizzy. All right, we better go. Here comes the boss. Okay, lunchtime in the kingdom. It's not too bad out here, and it's just a slight breeze, which is not bad because I'm having to take my gloves off to make everything cut and fit. All right, so I used up the core box lids that I squared up the other day, and there's insulation behind it because the pipe is there, and I used that 1x4, okay, 3/4 by 3 something, to make a little box so we can nail, or the weather stripping will actually work. Okay, so we have the bottom to address, and way at the top there we have to trim that up, so everything has to be different. So the whole idea is to get these doors sealed in case it gets winter around here. All right, so each piece had to be cut and fit, and the fact that we can't leave anything out here because it's cold. So we mark the piece, walk to the shop like this, open the door, and we have a little work area set up here. I already put the wood scraps from the lids as I cut them into the stove. But the saw has to stay warm because the cord will not flex, and the little cordless thingy bob here has to stay warm or else the battery dies instantaneously. All right, let's go have some lunch and maybe a beer too. Okay, 3 o'clock coffee. I thought I'd get more done today, but it was just a pain in the ass, up and down, back and forth. I thought I would get the top enclosed, but that'll be another day. At my age, I'm retired. We can do it another day. My legs are sore from climbing up and down. We got the complimentary or customary tarp under the door. That really, helps out. So that's all getting to be kingdom lifestyle. Oh, I can't even walk today. All right, so we got this side done. And I'm not going to open the door just to get the flapper or the weather stripping to go inside. So when we move something around, it'll change out. And then over here in the corner, let's see if we can walk again. All right, so up the ladder, measure the piece, fit the piece, go cut it twice or 3 times. But we got it all sealed in here. So we shoved some insulation stuffies, so we're good to go. So that should tie us over the winter. And then next week we should be able to get the ridge cap on, or the top, and then this side enclosed to the shop. And then we can start stuffing insulation under the eave there, because that's part of the roof too. And also too, with our pipes going across, it's acting like a steam engine because the pipes are getting warm and it's going, you have air movement. All right, let's go have some coffee. Oh, forget that. Let's have a vodka because I worked hard today. Okay, I was able to cut just enough to keep the stove going today, so we didn't really need a big fire because it's not that cold outside unless you're playing with everything. But to keep my hands warm, I was having the gloves by the stove there. So change out the gloves to keep your fingers warm, and that's the way we do it in Wilderness, Alaska, but in Northern Manitoba. Okay, cold start on the 67 and 69 Chevys with the 250 Chevy 6-cylinder motor. Pump the gas, pull the choke, and here's the video. Okay, my intro was ruined by an idiot in WHO-ville driving around in a skidoo with the muffler off. So he sounded like a BMX bike or whatever, those motocross bikes. Rap, rap, rap. Yeah, going nowhere. Oh well. Okay, so I cold started these trucks. They haven't ran since last October. Pumped the gas, pulled the choke. And right now, minus 10 Celsius, but feels like minus 15. And the yo-yo scale, plus 14 Fahrenheit, but feels like plus 5. So that's pretty good. Now we know they start. That's excellent. They're running with the chokes on. So now we have to figure out the choke to gas ratio for the idle we need.
Saturday morning in WHO-ville, and it's just about 11 a.m. and I'm getting ready to head on over to work. They actually got me to come in today to do a couple things and to fix everything else. So now let's let the dogs back in and get going. Almost 2 o'clock and I just got back from the store. I'm on my little half-an-hour break so I can let the dogs out, make a quick little lunch and head on back. I was supposed to get off at 2, but I asked to see if I can stay a few more hours. That way I can get stuff done because there is a lot to do over there. Now let's head inside, let the dogs out, make something to eat. Just after 4 p.m. and I made it home from work. It was a pretty busy day, got a lot done though. Not sure if I work again on Monday or not, but I guess I'll find out. Now it's time to get the skidoo out and head on over to the kingdom and see what my dad's up to. It will be dark soon, so I have to get going. Almost 4:30 and I just made it to the kingdom. Look at that sunset. Wow, sure is pretty. Now I'm gonna head on down and see what my dad's up to. I can see some exhaust peeking up over there, so I'm pretty sure he's down at the vehicles. My dad just finished moving the 67 back right here, and I got a little video on his phone. Hopefully he puts that in today's video. As you can see, they haven't been moved since before it snowed. Yes, hello. And now that I got that done, I can head on back into WHO-ville because it is getting dark. Look at that. There's not much of a sunset left. Just got my dog treats and everything, and I also bought some milk today for my dad since they didn't have any yesterday. Now it's time to head on back into WHO-ville and do the weather. Look at this sunset. Wow. It won't last very long. I bet you in about 10 minutes when I do the weather, it'll be gone. Little after 4:30 and I just got back from the kingdom. This is the temperature we're sitting at today. It's negative 8 degrees Celsius, which is 17 degrees Fahrenheit. We even have the feels like on the bottom. As you can see, the sun is pretty much gone, but we do have a bit of a sunset still in the back there, but you can't really see it from my place. Now it's time to head inside, let the dogs out, edit my videos, and end my day.
Okay, with it being extra chilly willy outside, we bring the pallets inside to cut them, okay? We do not use a chainsaw. I don't even own a chainsaw because they're too stressful. They never start, the chain's always dull. So we use skill saws, okay? So you have your favorite skill saw for cutting your wood, okay, your lumber, whatever. I always like my Makita. And then you buy a cheap-ass skill saw that was on sale at the bargain bin because we use that for firewood. Okay, I just changed out the blade because we run these Irwin blades, okay? Before the COVID lockdown, these things were like $5 a blade, so you can cut a lot of pallets before you find all the nails and destroy the blades. So I don't know what they are now. I bought these through Sir Rodney at Westrands in Winnipeg, and they were a good price back then, but we also buy a box of them, so I think there's 25 or 50 blades in a box. Okay, I'll quickly cut up this pallet to show you guys how it's done. Okay, that didn't take long. It took longer to put the camera away, the headphones, the mic off, or the Lily Tomlin mic off than it was to cut the pallet up. So you cut it up nice and quick like that. It all fit in the wood stove. So then the open ends that you have here, you interlock them like that. You put them together so you got a big one and a big one there. So that way it fits into the wood stove, so you're maximizing your space. So this is the way we do it. We don't get fancy. It's called recycling at the end of the world. Okay, now let's go check on the caboose. Okay, in the caboose, I'm hoping to paint the front of the caboose here today. I said that yesterday, but it didn't happen because we were having too much fun outside. So the baseboard heaters took over last night at about 2 o'clock this morning when the wood stove died out. So now it's plus 30 in here. The baseboard heaters are set to come in at 20 degrees, which is 70 Fahrenheit room temperature. And the wood stove we started this morning, and it's working good. We got everything turned off except for the damper, okay? And the valve on the bottom's closed. So this thing is putting out a nice steady heat, and the wood is lasting a long time in it. And we can look outside the window here, so that's kind of nice. All right, we'll go check the outside, and then it's lunchtime. Okay, we have to film this quickly because I don't have my winter clothes on. So we're just scrolling sideways in the yard here. We have some traffic out the highway. You can hear it perfectly clear. The wood stove is looking good, the smoke I mean. And there's a slight breeze now, you can feel it too. And my hands are getting cold just as I stand here holding the camera as I scan or scroll sideways here. Alright, it's lunchtime. My fingers are now officially cold and the camera will start acting up. Alright, let's go have some lunch. Okay, 2:30 in the afternoon, the staff has spent an hour trying to get her skidoo started. She has it in a shed. She used the diesel heater for 45 minutes and it won't crank over fast enough, plus the battery is junk. The battery is a year old and that's normal. But I'll go pick her up in the Bookburb and we can do our shopping or get the mail. I forget what she's doing today. Alright, we'll talk to you in a bit here. Okay, I picked up the staff. We went to the post office and Sir Rodney had sent us this package. We ordered on Monday and basically we get it on Friday now in the new world we live in. We used to order on one day and have it the next day overnight through the post office. But things have changed in the new world. So I'll open it up and I have the house dogs inside because it's a little too chilly for them to be outside in their pen barking and having fun. Well, that took about 20 minutes or one beer to unpack everything, but we got the light bars. Okay, the back two light bars right here and here are for the 41 Chevy 4x4. This light bar and this light bar is for the welding sleigh. And these spotlight lights or floodlights here are for the welding sleigh. The reason why we want them on the welding sleigh is we want to be able to film or document or whatever when we're staying out in the wilderness there in the caboose. So if the welding sleigh is well lit up, the camera should take some good photos. And same with the 41 4x4. Having good lighting and everything should allow for good photos. Alright, I better go do some painting in the caboose and then I can call it a day and drink some beer. Because we did buy some beer. Johnny did bring it. Alright. Okay, 5 o'clock in the kingdom and I got the last of the white paint splashed at the end of the caboose here. So it's a little hot in here. I don't know why. It might be the wood stove. So now I'm going to let this dry overnight and then I can splash the gray paint on the floor. And then we can start putting it back together and maybe go do a little overnight in the wilderness in it. Okay, we'll talk to you later. Okay, 4:45 on Saturday. We're quitting early. We don't care what the boss says. He's an asshole. This 67 Chevy has the posi track rear end, which made it want to spin sideways or spin and go sideways. The one I had in high school back in 1984, which these are a copy of. These are the film trucks. They are a copy of what I had back in 1984. The one I had in 84 did not have posi track. It just had the one wheel spin and stuff like that. So that was good to know that they start, run, and back up. Now we can begin to work on them. Now that we have the shop finished or the extension finished, so now we can have the 3-in-1 bender in to fix the body rust on the bottom here. Just a minor detail. All right, so let's scroll this way. And look at the flags. There's a slight breeze. Oh, they're over there. Here, I'll zoom in. There, is that better? All right, let's go drink some beer, walk the dogs, and I think we'll be short today because we had a boring day playing with cut and fit wood. So we'll add something from 2022, I think. All right, let's go walk the dogs, drink some beer, and make a video. Talk to you later.